Defense. Civil Defense, an American Tradition, was an essay written by Ann Barbara Ferry, and it won third place in patriotic essays that year. Civil defense, although not originally known by that name, has existed in America ever since the first white settlers set foot on our shores. It will be with us as long as there are Americans. As our country has grown and changed, the symbols of civil defense have changed too, but the basic idea has remained the same. To the pilgrims who landed at Plymouth Rock that cold, windy first day of winter in 1620, civil defense meant a blunderbuss of musket, which might well miss fire, and a constant guard against Indians. Civil defense meant working together to build a shelter, secure food, and care for the many who were sick. To the colonists fighting for their independence, civil defense was a small band of Minutemen, a supply of powder at Concord, the alarm delivered by Paul Revere, Boston silversmith, which caused the country folk of every Middlesex village and farm to be up into arm, as celebrated in Longfellow's poem. It was a white flag with a coiled rattlesnake, warning, "Don't tread on me." It was the tempest in a teapot of Boston Harbor and a wagon load of provisions smuggled into the blockaded city of Boston. It was a day of fasting, humiliation, and prayer held in Virginia to show that colony's revolutionary sympathy. To the westward moving pioneer, civil defense was a crude fort enclosed in a stockade for protection against hostile Indians, or a train of canvas-covered wagons huddled in a small circle under the azure sky, standing off raiders. During World War I, civil defense was meatless Tuesdays, saccharin instead of sugar, women knitting sweaters, socks, making helmets, and rolling bandages for the soldiers, and men, women, and even the smallest children, but buying Liberty Bonds. In World War II, civil defense meant blackouts, brownouts, a pail of sand inside the kitchen door, housewives stretching their supply of red and blue stamps, neighborhood CD headquarters in the block warden's living room, or the church vestry, advance warning centers manned by local women, and volunteer fire departments always ready. Today, civil defense means a white helmet with the letters CD and the eerie, wailing blast of the air raid siren. Conelrad, help in time of flood, earthquake, or other disaster. Preparedness and shelter, well constructed and well stocked. In the future, civil defense may mean shelters from rocket ships and ICBMs banding together to protect ourselves from little green men from Mars or full-size humans from Earth. Disaster relief, no doubt, and public instruction on public problems. Though the symbols of civil defense have varied and will continue to vary throughout the history of our country, the aims and true meaning are unchanging. Civil defense is, as it always has been and will always be, a working together for the common protection and the common good. Now, let us take our place, as did our forefathers before us, to uphold civil defense, a great American tradition.